everyone. Welcome to the NBA Rookie Showcase, where we will see the top prospects competing for a top spot in the upcoming NBA Draft. This is Kevin Harlan alongside my friends Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg.
And Kevin, you know, this is a game I always look forward to. I mean, there's excitement and anticipation. There's such a great concentration of young talent. This really begins the process for these young men of kind of measuring themselves against the best players in the world. So I'm looking forward to it.
And keep in mind, guys, scouts and GMs have watched these players all season long. So this game is very important, but it's really just one more piece of the puzzle.
And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we looking for in this one from Oladipo?
He plays with a frenetic energy, a great rebounder and defender. With his strength and athleticism, I think Oladipo could become one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA.
Love his game. Victor Oladipo. He gets it done at both ends, fellas. The real deal, and I think he's got a really good future in the NBA.
Well, guys, how about the anticipation for this year's Rookie Showcase? When you look in the stands, the celebrities, the stars, they're everywhere. You got press, scouts, GMs, and then you add in the players and the fans. I mean, the buildup and the excitement for this exact game, where so much is riding on the performance of these young and talented players. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Me too, Steve. You can really feel the buzz in the air. I mean, people have been talking about the players and what's to come of the upcoming draft, and there's an awful lot to be excited about this time of year.
And, you know, when you look back to last year, guys, we got to see Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal. And you're talking about some elite talent that entered the NBA for the 2012-13 season in last year's showcase.
You're talking about guys that really entered the league with a bang. I mean, you got to add in Jared Sullinger to the list because he was productive, but also he and I share the same college matriculation, the Ohio State University. And what a great rookie year we saw from Dion Waiters.
Burke gets the screen from Lee. From the wing, and that one's good. Burke.
And you know, there was a time when it might have been hard to get all the top prospects in one gym together to go head-to-head.
Yeah, fortunately, those days are in the past. And for those of us who love the game, it's really such a treat to see these young players come out and compete.
And it's blocked by Zeller.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Noel dishes to Oladipo, and it's blocked by Carter Williams, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Lee outside. There's the dish to Burke. Ball's knocked loose. Pushing it up. There's the feed to McLemore. Shot is off. The elites go the other way with it.
Trying to get off the schneid here, 0 for 5. What's a schneid, by the way, Clark?
I don't know what to say.
The inside, defended by Muhammad. Lee passes to Burke. 6 on the shot clock. Oladipo. That one wide left. The Stars trailing. And McLemore kicks to Carter Williams. Doubled by Lee. And there's the call on Mr. Perfect. That is his first foul of the game. Lee with the steal.
Great execution on that double team, working together to strip that ball out. Great assist there, led him to the perfect spot.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's McLemore. Kicks it to Bennett. Pass to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime. And, you know, when you talk about this showcase game, the question is always, how much should GMs weigh this single game versus a player's entire body of work?
And I've sat in that chair, Clark, and I think the entire body of work is important. You can't, as a scout or GM, you can't let one game really determine your opinion of a player.
Lee dishes to Noel. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Very surprising to see Nerlens Noel here at the pre-draft showcase. Of course, he tore his ACL back in February, underwent surgery shortly thereafter. Normally, there's at least a 6-month turnaround, but here he is.
Now here's Carter Williams. Muhammad, the pass to McLemore. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. The Elites leading by 4. We talk about Nerlens Noel, about how the talent pipeline out of Kentucky has continued to filter these great players into the NBA. A top pick for the Wildcats, and still, this is actually a pretty lean year.
Yeah, just 2 potential picks in Noel and Goodwin. How about back in 2012, though? 6 players drafted out of Kentucky. Back in 2010, 5 of them.
Bennett setting the pick for Carter Williams. Carter Williams off the pick from McLemore. Doubled by Oladipo. Dishes it to McLemore. Misses off the right iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Lee kicks to Oladipo. Oladipo off the pick from Lee. Burke. The Elites with the rebound. The second chance effort. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Zeller. That's 7 points for Nerlens Noel. The Stars trail by 8. Carter Williams kicks to Bennett. Will it go? He takes it up and lays it in. And it's the Elites with the ball. Lee sets a screen for Burke. Lee outside. Puts the lead pass in front of him.
And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
Here's Carter Williams after the made shot from Zeller. Bennett dishes to Muhammad. Feeds to McLemore. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, when you talk about a beautiful shooting stroke, just look at Ben McLemore out of Kansas. And you know, by the way, guys, I love the fact that this game is being held right here in New York. Talk about being the center of the media universe.
Well, Steve, I even saw some cameras flashing before the game taking pictures of you, my friend. You've reached celebrity rock star status even in your understated way, man. Unbelievable. And really, New York is the mecca for all things big. We know that. And the way the NBA has grown in popularity over the last few years and decades, no shortage of opportunities to get to learn about the league and what all of the teams are doing to try to up their chances for success in the upcoming season.
Lee in at the 3. Olynyk is out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Larkin in at the point. That's the group on the floor for the Elites. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Michael Carter Williams, a 6'6" point guard out of Syracuse, very athletic, able to get into the lane and finish inside. Just has to improve his jump shot. That was his shortcoming at the collegiate level.
Noel's checked in for the Elites. Burke comes in for Larkin. Now here's Lee. Lee off a pick from Noel. Lee passes to Noel. No good. Some solid defense here from Len. The Stars trail by 4. And back to Carter Williams, a sophomore last season at Syracuse, but he's actually 2 years older than most in his class. He'll be 22, Clark, by the time the NBA season starts.
And you know, that's something the GMs will definitely take into account. It's not just how good of a player you were in college, but also how good were you for your age. I think sometimes GMs get a little too carried away with that. Can a guy play? Age shouldn't be a factor. And he's certainly impressed with his play thus far.
Yeah, a chance here to make an impression with so many eyes on you, and he's risen to the occasion.
Now here's Carter Williams. Defended by Caldwell Pope. Carter Williams kicks to Len. Leaps for it. He dishes it to Carter Williams. McLemore. Again, the miss by the Stars.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of. Tell you what, he's making a statement out there.
Well, he's highly regarded, and rightly so. I mean, you can just see the potential.
Here's Carter Williams after the made shot from Burke. Now here's Carter Williams, defended by Burke. Carter Williams with the bucket.
And he's certainly turning some heads with his play thus far.
Yeah, maybe showing he's been a little overlooked, but he's been impressive here.
Here's the step back. And that one goes long. The Stars trail by 6. And McLemore kicks to Carter Williams. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Now here's Carter Williams. He's got 6. Shoots from 12. Shots good by McLemore. And now it's just a 4-point elite lead. The Elites with the ball. Lee sets a screen for Burke. Lee outside. Right side, Lee passes it to Oladipo. Hits it from three-point range. Oladipo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Carter Williams. He feeds it to Bennett. He's against Zeller. Puts it up from 15. Shot by Bennett, no good.
Boy, he's really been active on the glass.
And a nice bonus from him. I mean, if he can rebound like this in the NBA, he'll make a team very happy.
Now here's Lee. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Here's Carter Williams. And stolen by Burke. And here's the fast break. Lee dishes to Oladipo. Gets it to go. And now an 11-point elite lead.
My, you have to be impressed with some of the passes he's making out there.
Well, he's showing some great court vision. And that's a component of his game that maybe hasn't got.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Elites ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back in the first half in the books for the Champs Rookie Showcase. What a great event. And what a night for these young prospects still raring to go.
And, you know, never too late for these young prospects to make a great first impression.
Yeah, there's still time to show them something, open some eyes, and, you know, that's what they're here to do.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for the Stars, McLemore is out there with Carter Williams. Then there's Bennett. Then there's Len. And it's Muhammad in at the 3.
You know, one of the things I noticed this year on my way into the big event here is all the glitz and the glamour. I mean, the arena's decked out. You got vendors outside, the limousines with all the celebrities coming to attend. I'll tell you what, I'm just glad I'm wearing my best outfit because otherwise I wouldn't have fit in very well.
Yeah, you look sharp, buddy. You are as sharp as they come. And as we were talking earlier on, the paparazzi and all those other folks making their way out. And because they're here, this has become one of their key events of the year here in New York. And that's saying a lot considering all that goes on in the Big Apple. And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
But for most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight. I mean, they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
Rejected by Len, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Burke. Good on the shot. Burke's got 6.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Carter Williams kicks to Bennett. The pass to Carter Williams. Defended by Burke. Carter Williams dishes to Bennett. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he sinks the layup. He's got 7.
You know, with Bennett out of UNLV, you love his great hands for a big guy. Can really catch and finish at the rim. You start talking about his strength, his ability to absorb contact. I like his game.
Steve, the point you make about the hands is really a good one. Great hands are not teachable. Good hands become better. Average hands can maybe move to good, but great hands are a gift. And when you've got his size and athleticism and those mitts, you've got a lot to work with.
Carter Williams, the pass to McLemore. He kicks it to Bennett. The dish to Muhammad from downtown, and the rebound goes to the elites.
Plenty of pressure in a game like this to impress. He has.
Now the pressure might be getting to him, but you know, everybody's in the same boat here.
Burke kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Burke. Burke gets the screen from Lee. Burke dishes to Zeller. Lee passes to Zeller. Now the feed to Burke. Lee sets a screen for Burke. He passes to Zeller. Burke rejected by Carter Williams.
You know, he seems a little further along defensively than I expected.
And you know, rookies who can defend are a very rare commodity. This is impressive.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
And Muhammad kicks to McLemore. Pass to Bennett. Pulls up. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Burke, the pass to Lee. Kicks to Noel. Len grabs the board. The Stars trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And here is Carter Williams. 6 points for him. Here's Bennett. They get it again. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Looks like he's lost his focus a little bit. Not playing well in this quarter.
Gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Trey Burke.
He's having a terrific game here.
Well, we talked about his draft stock a bit, and it just may be climbing the way he's performing out here.
Carter Williams kicks to McLemore. Dishes to Carter Williams. Feeds it to Bennett. To the inside. The Stars need to get off a shot. No good off the back of the rim.
He's playing selfishly now, guys. He's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
Oladipo dishes to Burke. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Stars trail by 8.
Anthony Bennett, a freshman power forward out of UNLV. Now, he wasn't expected to play here at the Rookie Showcase after undergoing left shoulder surgery, but I guess his rehab is ahead of schedule.
Clark back to Bennett, another top prospect out of Canada. He grew up in Toronto.
Well, I tell you, Canada has actually produced some outstanding players here recently. Tristan Thompson, Andrew Nicholson, Kelly Olynyk, all young Canadian players, not to mention the likely #1 pick next year. And when you talk about upside, Bennett is the guy who has that.
Here's what the elites have going on right now. Franklin's checked in for Zeller. Caldwell Pope comes in for Oladipo. And it's Larkin in for Burke. Lee with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. The shot's good from Larkin.
The three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have gotten hot from out there.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, they sure are. And if you want to be seen by an NBA front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, and you've got their full attention.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Elites on D. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Bennett. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Picked by Lee. Here's Larkin, defended by Carter Williams. Lee passes to Noel. Working down low. Lee kicks to Noel. He dishes it to Lee. 1:20 left in the third quarter. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark, bring it down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
McLemore with the ball. 17 points in the game. Passes to Carter Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Carter Williams has got 9.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Larkin, the pass to Lee. Defended by Bennett. Lee dishes to Noel.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. Here's Burke. Lee, he's in at power forward. Oladipo is out there with Burke. Then it's Zeller, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward spot. That's the group in the game right now for the Elites. Offensive rebound. Lee kicks to Zeller. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Zeller's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Elites. Now Carter Williams. Bennett kicks to Carter Williams. Defended by Burke. Banked in off the glass. And that's 11 points for Michael Carter Williams.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
The Elites leading by 10. Lee passes to Burke. Back to Lee. He feeds it to Zeller. Nice D from Bennett. Here's Carter Williams. The pass to Len. He kicks to Carter Williams. Doubled by Lee. Now the dish to Bennett. The feed now to Muhammad. He passes to Bennett. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Len's shot is off.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lee. Pass to Oladipo. High post shot. The offensive rebound. Zeller dishes to Lee. Zeller. That's good.
You know, when you talk about size and explosiveness, this guy's definitely got the goods.
And that's part of why he's so highly regarded. I mean, he can make plays that other people simply can't.
Here's Carter Williams. Lets a floater go. And out of bounds as the Elites gain possession. Noel's checked in for the Elites. The Elites leading by 12. Now here's Oladipo. Pass to Burke. Burke gets the screen from Lee. Oladipo, the pass to Burke. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Bennett kicks to Carter Williams. Elites with the rebound. Lee's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
And this game, for the players, an exciting moment.
That's right, Clark, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't get a lot of attention outside this gym, but for these young men, the importance of these games, absolutely enormous. That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Stars was trying to get across in their huddle. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
And out of bounds as the Stars gain possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Led off a bit from McLemore. The Stars trail by 13. Muhammad dishes to McLemore. Bennett the pass to Carter Williams. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Bennett kicks to Len. Dishes it to Bennett. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. That is good. Bennett's got 4 points this quarter. The Elites leading by 11. And it's Lee penetrating. Here's Noel. Lee passes to Zeller. Burke kicks to Lee. With the lead pass, a nice shot by Zeller.
Boy, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
And here is Carter Williams. Kicks it to Bennett. To the paint, Len. It's rebounded by Noel.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Lee kicks to Oladipo. And again, it's the Elites from deep.
Well, I tell you what, he's got a real knack for scoring the basketball.
Even against this top-level competition, he's getting his points.
Carter Williams with it. Here's McLemore. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. Timeout called, the Elites.
It's like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Lee sets a screen for Oladipo. Feeds to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now he has a triple-double. 10 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds. The Stars trail by 18. Now Carter Williams. He dishes it to Len. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Burke with it. Now guarded by Len. Burke the pass to Lee. He feeds it to Oladipo. The three-pointer no good. Lee dishes to Noel. Burke gets the screen from Noel. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. That's 10 points for Trey Burke.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Carter Williams. Passes it to McLemore. He kicks it to Bennett. The dish to Carter Williams. The pass to Bennett. Clock at 6. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
And I think he's showing more range than perhaps he was given credit for.
Well, his jumper has been falling out there. A nice showing for him.
Lee outside. The feed to Zeller. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Anthony Bennett.
Well, I bet his teammates love playing.
Sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm lost. Doesn't mean I'll stop. Doesn't mean I'm across.
Hello, and thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. We're picking 6th in the upcoming draft and are very interested in what you bring to the table. All right, let's get to it. Talk about what you have to improve on as you make the jump to the next level. We'd like to see what you think about your game as a whole.
Primarily my focus and being mentally tougher. I need to study the game and watch the players in front of me and learn. I also need to learn from the veteran guys so I can step in and contribute when my name is called.
Next question. How did you feel about your game tonight? What stood out to you?
It wasn't the best game I've ever played, that's for sure. I'm often very critical of my play. I tend to focus on the things I did wrong and learn from those. I'm just not that guy that's going to gloat about the things that I did do well. My mom always told me that for every right in the world, there's a wrong. I'm trying to eliminate the wrongs from my game, you feel me?
Okay, I think we were able to get a good read into what you're all about. We'll be in touch. Greetings, I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Washington Wizards. We have the 3rd pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. This question is more about how you feel about what we're doing here in Washington. We're a young and upcoming team that is gathering youth to make us more competitive. It's going to be a difficult process, and we can't expect to be a contender in year 1. Are you prepared to deal with the highs and lows of an up-and-coming team?
Oh, most definitely. Looking at the roster you have, I love all the young talent on that thing. You got players at every position that are just oozing with potential, man. Oozing. This is a great team for me to get in with while we all grow together as a team. We could definitely be challenging for the East Crown within a few years, man. That's for sure.
Let's see, one more question, if you don't mind. Being in the NBA brings a lot of responsibilities, and some people just aren't ready for it, if you know what I mean. What are your plans once you get that first paycheck?
Easy answer. My parents have spent their entire life putting me into the position I'm in right now. I want nothing more than to take care of them and make sure that the rest of their lives are as carefree as possible. I don't need glitz and glamour. I just need my loved ones cared for.
That's great. Those answers were music to our ears. With any luck, you'll fall to us in the draft.
Good game out there tonight, son. I'm the GM of the Kings, and I must say, I was impressed with your performance. We have the 7th pick in the draft and are narrowing down our list of draft targets. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. We realize that here in Sacramento, we don't have the appeal of a Los Angeles or a New York or Chicago. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization, someone who can really take pride in being a member of the Sacramento Kings, someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a member of the Kings. Are you that person?
To be honest, I'm a big city kind of guy. I don't think Sacramento has the type of vibe I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure you guys have a great organization and a great fan base. It's just not for me, okay?
Interesting. Next question. What do you think you'll bring to a franchise as far as marketability?
Man, I bring a smile, a hard work ethic, and some really bad dance moves, man. I feel like people can really relate to me, really get behind me. Feel me?
Thanks for your time. It was a little disappointing, to be honest, but I appreciate you being upfront with us.
Good evening and welcome to the 2013 NBA Draft. For 60 of the world's most talented and dedicated young players, tonight marks the culmination of years of hard work as their dream of playing in the NBA moves closer to reality. To all of the fans watching around the world and to those here with us tonight, thank you for joining us. And now to the task at hand. With the first pick in the 2013 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select
Anthony Bennett of Toronto, Canada, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
With the second pick in the 2013 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select
Victor Oladipo of Indiana University.
With the third pick in the 2013 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Frank Lee from China.